Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Garrett, and here's my partner Gibson. Today, we are going to present about engineering design process in a biomedical product. What is an engineering design process? An engineering design process consists of many phases, such as the definition of the problem and needs included, ideal concept to solve the problem, stating constraint of the product, stating specification product, materials needed to build, the use of AutoCAD software, 3D or 4D printing software, prototyping, improvement of the prototype product, and lastly, the production of finished product phase. All of these phases seen here, both of us are going to explain it in the forward. An example, the walking cane. To start off with the first phase, that is the definition of the problem, and in the case of the walking cane example, there will be a problem where an old lady shown here suddenly shown here had a joint pain on one of her knees. Next, the target audience will be the elderly, since most of them use it as experience joint pains in their knees. Secondly, the ideal concept to solve the problem phase occurs where solutions are being thought of to solve the problem by doing some self-research, such as going into Google and Internet Explorer to search for solutions, and also doing some personal brainstorming to think of ideas. Thirdly, static constraints of the walking cane occurs where required constraints such as calculated cost and precious time are needed to build the walking cane, types of materials being used in the manufacturing the walking cane, and finally, crucial feedback are given by the target audience or members in the public in the form of various surveys. Fourthly, the stating specification products phase occurs where the dimensions of the walking cane shown here needs to be labeled at all sides in 2D, 3D view, or both. After finishing the labeling the dimension, do make sure that there is no error found in the dimension of the walking stick so that the product can function well. Lastly, the materials needed to build the walking cane, such as the leather is being used in the walking stick handle. The next will be the plastic material of the body of the walking cane that is used for standing. To add on, both plastic materials are being used in the leg of being used for the standing base and standing tip of the walking stick. Finally, the umbrella is being used as an add-on for the walking stick so that in case of raining days, the users can use it to shelter themselves from the rain. Now I have come to the end of my part, and I'm going to pass out the presentation to my partner Gibson. Gibson, please.
And yes, after Garrett have went through his ideas, now we are going to tell you how we are going to develop our product. Firstly, we are now going to the use of the AutoCAD software. This is the phase where we try to develop a sketch of our product using the software called NX7.5. The purpose of using such software is to zoom into minor details such as applications and dimensions, which is the length. Also, it serves the purpose to build and design samples for us, engineers, to gauge while building the finalized products. Here is one example in which how the walking stick is sketched. We tried to divide the part into 3 segments, that is the handle, stick, and umbrella. In such way, though it is a cumbersome process, it helps not only to organize things, but it really ensures that all of us, while printing, may not give or produce flaws. After the AutoCAD software, we proceed to the 4D printing phase. This is a trial and error process where it determines how useful or effective the product is. After the printing process, we tried to integrate all parts together and try it out. Although we have completed the 3D printing of the prototype, some of the users might not be satisfied with our current product. This is the phase where we try to improve and gather feedback from the users. In this way, we are able to try to improve on it to meet the user's need. Lastly, after going through many processes, we have reached the last phase called the production phase. We are able to go to the extra miles to get our product for production. Firstly, we go to the planning phase. Secondly, drafting. Thirdly, prototyping. Fourthly, test of product. Fifthly, gather feedback from other people. Lastly, we have reached the improvement of the products. And finally, we are able to get to the production phase. And now, first three phases have to wait for approval by the respective authorities. Secondly, the product also has to go through certain phases to meet up with certain criteria. Once every processes are done, this is where the item has been approved to be sold in the market.